Yeah, I don't have any clue what the lyrics are.
Yeah, I know. Welcome back, everybody. This holiday edition of Morning Line. Almost said News Channel 5 this morning because that's where we usually are. Yeah. We're in for Nick this morning. Dave and Lelan had to run over to our Channel 5. What would you say? The other studio. Thank you.
Good thing we're broadcasting.
Yeah, I know, because I can talk so well.
What?
Anyway, they had to do a cut-in, and we are left. They've left us here. This is
we're sorry about that.
Yes, we do have a lot of callers, though, as we're talking about holiday memories this morning. 737-7587.
Yeah, I'd love to have you call in. Just sharing some memories that we have, hopefully some memories that you have as well. And Mary Elena, our wonderful producer, supplied us with all kinds of great food.
Awesome.
And we love doing this show once a year. Just come on and talk about, you know, because we all have, you've got 3 kids, I've got 3 kids in my house, Dave, of course, with kids, and we all have children, and that's probably, you know, when we think about memories, we think about as our kids are starting to grow up now, and seeing, as Leland and I think Dave pointed out, the wonderment of it all, and, you know, just seeing them kind of learn about the reason for the season, and it's just really a special, and spending so much time with family members and with your kids, whether it's Christmas caroling or just, you know, hanging around together, just being with each other is very special.
Your present is your presence is, you know, saying that I've heard, and that's what a lot of, you know, that's what a lot of families, if they don't adopt that, they should, because that's just so important. It's really not about the things, it's about each other. And to talk about more holiday memories, let's check in right now. Alma Jean has been holding for a while. Good morning. So glad you waited. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. At first, I want to say how much I enjoy y'all's show, and I'm watching it at 4 o'clock every morning.
Wow. Good grief, you are up early. Thank you.
And I'm always anxious to hear Dave's traffic reports because my children are driving to work, and of course Leland's weather, and of course you and Steve's
Good, that's nice. Thank you.
I'm very glad that y'all are a part of my life.
Well, thank you. And we feel the same way. Isn't that scary to know that the kids are driving and there's nothing you can do except just pray that they make it where they're supposed to be on time and safely? And that's
what I do every morning.
I know. Trust me, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. That is the only thing you can do. We're glad you watched. Did you want to share a holiday memory with us?
Yes. One especially I think of every year when I see Frosty the Snowman. My son, when he was small, he watched it every year, and every year that Frosty melted, he would just cry.
Who didn't? I know, I'm with him.
I couldn't believe Frosty was gone either.
I know. And then, too, you know, the excitement of the children opening presents and the expectations of Santa. Just wonderful times, you know, when they were small.
I agree. I agree. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for getting up with us when we start out every morning at 4 a.m. because I've sworn there's nobody out there.
I know, sometimes yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, blessings to you this holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Frosty's gone.
I know. I've got something to tell you. That's just like when my mom took my daughter to see Nemo, and Nemo's mother dies in the movie.
Right.
My mother, when Sarah saw that, she was little, and my mother said, oh, she didn't die, she just had to swim off. And so when she came home, and I guess I'd taken maybe one of the other kids to see it, and Sarah sat down, and I said, you didn't cry? You liked the movie? I said, even when Nemo's mother died? And she said, Nemo's mother died? I mean, it was just, the tears flowed, and I thought, oh, I've done it now. But anyway,
way to go.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. All right, we've got more people that have been waiting for us this morning. So Mildred is on the line for us. Thank you for waiting. Merry Christmas. Are you there?
Mildred, did we lose you?
Hello, Mildred.
Yes.
Hi.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back at you.
I get up early in the mornings and watch, and if you're not on, I'm disappointed. But especially I will say I'm disappointed in Lelan because he can't drive a car.
What do you mean?
What?
When he was on that bump cars with the Merrill shirt back in the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll pass that along.
Yeah, when he gets in here, he's going to want to call you back.
I think he let her win, but I'm not sure.
No, he didn't let her win. She won fair.
Oh, boy. We got a whole new thing started here.
Oh, yeah. He's not here to defend himself, so when he comes back, we may ask him about that.
Yeah, let's talk more trash about him while he's not here.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, do you have a holiday memory you want to share?
No, this is just a sad time because I lost my husband.
Aw. Well, we are so sorry, and we will be thinking and praying for you this holiday season. I know that won't be easy.
And I wish y'all Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mildred.
Thanks a lot.
Blessings to you, my dear. Oh, that breaks my heart.
That's a tough time. You know, this is such a special time, and you think about family and you talk about being together, but those who have lost loved ones, you know, it's got to be especially hard. So if you have someone, my dad's the same situation. Lost my mom several years ago, and you know, and it's been 8 years, but at the same time, you know, just invite them into your home, have them come over, have them play with the grandkids, have them do whatever. You know, if it's an older person, then
and don't spend it alone.
Right, because I love what you said. Presence is the present. That's really cool.
Right, definitely so. All right, as we continue on, we have Miss Beverly that's been holding for us. Good morning and Merry Christmas.
Good morning. How are y'all today?
We're doing great. We're in the holiday spirit.
Oh, that's great. I just want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. And
thank you.
We wish the same for you and your family. Where are you calling from? Smithville. Hey, I was just there like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
I spoke at a Christian women's conference there. That is a beautiful area. It's the first time I'd been to that part of Tennessee.
Well, yes, it is, and we have a lot of mountains and hills.
Yes, that's part of what I loved about it. So thank you, and thanks for calling, and Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you, and also tell Steve I love to hear him say, good, that's a good.
Good Granny Grunt. Yes, ma'am. In fact, you know what? My mom used to say that years and years ago. I grew up hearing Good Granny Grunt. So I think that's something that she had gotten from her mom. So, I just kind of carried it along. But it's kind of good to express that way. I like that. It is.
And then as you do it, you think about your mom.
It's kind of neat.
It sure is.
But thank you. Glad you like that.
We appreciate you calling, Beverly. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That is a really pretty part of the state, Smithville.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Really pretty. And over there by Fall Creek Falls, Tennessee has some of the best state parks anywhere in the country. In fact, they've won awards, for being the best in the nation. So check out our state parks, Fall Creek Falls, Burgess Falls. I've still not made it since the state took over Cummins Falls up near Tennessee Tech. I've still not been there. I've seen it before the state took it over, but I want to get up there and see that. And just really, that's a gorgeous part of all of Middle Tennessee is beautiful. We're biased, but that area, especially with all the waterfalls, and it's just really, really pretty. So enjoy the family and maybe take them over to Fall Creek Falls. They've got swinging bridges. If you've never been to Fall Creek Falls,
no, I haven't.
They've got swinging bridges, over the creek. Oh, it's so fun. So take the kids over there and do some of that stuff while everybody's in town, if you can. Oh, good advice. And we're going to continue talking. Dave and Lelan are rejoining us right now, but first we want to check in. We've got Lisa, who ate all the biscuits, Dave.
Lisa's joining us too. Lisa, good morning. Thanks for waiting.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
We're all great this morning.
Thanks.
Got his mouth full this morning. How are you? You want to share a memory with us?
Thank you. I think it's one of my favorite memories was back at 85. We were expecting our second daughter, and I looked out on Christmas Eve night, and it was one of the most beautiful snowflakes I'd ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow.
And I did big flakes.
Yes.
We didn't go nowhere on Christmas Day because our first child was real little, and we just stayed home, and it was a big old snow that day.
Oh, it's wonderful when it snows on Christmas Day. That especially.
Lelan ought to give us some.
Wow, pressure's on now.
Pressure's on.
He's busy making a sandwich. He's kind of busy right now.
But I'll work on that after talking to town. We'll see what we can do.
And you did say there is a little bit of a chance this year for something.
Yeah, no, this far out, there are still some things that could change.
They were talking about the waterfalls and stuff like that. I think it's amazing, too. I think they're just beautiful waterfalls are.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, listen, Merry Christmas to you. And we'll talk with Lelan more about this forecast right now to see if we're going to see some snow this Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, and thanks for calling.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Isn't it cool how snow does really kind of put those, it almost cements those memories.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Weird.
Leland had some numbers not long ago. I've been telling my kids all these years that when I was young, we used to have more snow. And I don't think they entirely believe me, but Leland had some numbers that showed there was a lot more snow in the 60s and 70s than we've had in their lifetime.
Yeah.
And but all those Christmases when you had snow were really special.
Yeah, it was good. I remember one, I guess probably late middle school or high school, where it was snowing big time on Christmas Eve, and it was just cool. Now, we got up the next morning and there was nothing, but it was cool to see the snow coming down, and it fell. And I remember a couple here and there where there've been just like a little light snow on Christmas Day and everything. So it's always cool to see when you can have it and still not have the roads messed up, so that folks can get to where they need to go that day.
I remember, oh gosh, it's been 10 years or more now, a caroling group from our church. We went out caroling about 3 or 4 nights before Christmas, and the snow was falling.
Oh, neat.
And that's just, you know, I saw that on TV. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Great memory.
Well, I think it was last Christmas, maybe on Christmas Eve, or it was the year before. On Christmas Eve, we have a Christmas Eve service at church around 5 o'clock, and you know you're in, and it's a candlelight service, and you've heard the those favorite holiday Christmas hymns, and we end it with Silent Night, with the candlelight, and we all walked out as a family, and the snow was coming down, and I can just, I mean, I can just picture that moment, and I'll never forget that. It's just special. Everybody was okay and together, and because that won't always be the case.
Yeah. It's like that moment in the movie White Christmas when they open the big doors.
Yeah.
And you see the snow coming down, and it really does stick in your mind. I'm sure there are other occasions that were great, but having the snow really makes it a special thing.
All right.
All right, real Christmas tree or fake Christmas tree?
See, I've always had an artificial tree. I know a lot of folks call it a fake Christmas tree, but it's still my real Christmas tree that just happens to be artificial. So, and it's just easier to have that year after year. But also, I have this is because my mom had one, I believe, a flocked tree.
Oh.
Okay.
So I've got a 9-foot flocked Christmas tree in my, and I just love that. So we've just always, for the most part, had a white tree. A few years here and there it was green, but for the most part, yeah.
Now, see, I was a kid in the 50s, and I remember when the aluminum trees, the first artificial trees.
I knew you were going to say that because I feel the same way.
And my mom was working at Goldsmith's department store at the time in Memphis, and so she got us one of those trees. And as a kid, that appealed to, it's like Tinker Toys because you had to put it together. So putting it together was, this is something I can do.
One stem, and then you just
put 2 pieces together.
And how about the color wheel at the bottom?
We did not have a color wheel because when Mom went to look at it, and then she in fact took me back to look at it, and this must have been the first year that these were post World War II, folks were inventing stuff, things were changing. It's the noisiest darn thing you ever saw because it had a motor on it, and in those days they hadn't really worked that motor thing out. And so instead of getting the color wheel, we just got floodlights. And so we had a green side, and a blue side, and that was really nice. But ever since I've 30, however many years I've been married now, 38, we have had a live tree every year. And the smell, you bring it in the house, and in 5 minutes, the whole house has that Christmas smell.
You're exactly right. Hey, let's check in with Ezith here. Hey, good. Is it Ezith? E-Z-I-T-H? Is that right? Am I saying it right?
Yes, you are, honey. Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you.
We were talking about real or fake trees. What do you have at your house?
Well, we have artificial.
Well, and
You're not selling the fake thing at all.
they're...
Oh, I just love you guys. I do. I love you guys. And tell Steve to take a bite for me.
I've taken 12 bites for you, by the way.
He's getting crumbs everywhere.
It's a mess.
That's okay. Honey, the mice will eat them up.
We got a lot of that around here.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, and we appreciate you watching.
Well, honey, we watch every morning, and Leela and the traffic guy.
Dave.
What's his name?
Well, we call him too.
All every morning. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I hope you have the greatest Christmas that ever was.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very sweet. Thank you.
I love you guys. Oh, I do. I love you, number one.
Thank
Wow.
you. We love you
Yeah,
too.
we do.
Thank you.
Yes,
That
thank
means more than you'll ever know.
I'm tearing up and I'm going to take
Yeah,
another bite.
I know. Thank you. God bless.
Honey, God bless you. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye-bye. All right, we have a lot of calls, guys, so
should
let's
take
just,
those.
let's take them. All right, hey, Linda, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Hi there, good morning and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to y'all. I'm talking about a memory. We lived in Nashville, of course, back in the early 60s, and we would travel to my grandparents down in Mississippi. And we had just been out of town just a very short time, and we didn't have the luxury of having Lelan telling us about the weather and when the snow was going to happen and everything. And, of course, back then, West Tennessee always got the snow first.
Yep.
Yeah.
And always a big amount of snow. Well, we got, it started snowing, and my dad pulled off the road and into a little town called Etna, Tennessee.
Okay.
And near Hohenwald, I believe
Yep,
it is.
sure is.
And we got snowbound Christmas Eve, and a family took us in, and
Aw.
they called some friends in Nashville to see if my dad was really telling the truth. And Santa actually visited us in, we call it Hole in the Wall, Tennessee.
That's awesome.
As a third grader back then, I felt like it was a hole in the wall because I wasn't able to get to Mississippi. So, Leland, thank you for your weather, and Amy and Steve for your news reports. And before I retired, I was always listening to Dave to see if I needed to change my route to the school that I taught at.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good holiday.
You too.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Very much.
And that's what we're here for. I mean, we're here to
That's
provide
neat.
the
Yeah.
services like that for you. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll have more of holiday memories coming up in just a few minutes. So Judy, Linda, Mike, and Mary, just hang on. We'll be right back.